What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to be taking a look at the charts. Do we have one more leg up? Have we hit the top? What's going on? I'm going to give you my ideas. And don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. It's an awesome community. If you want somewhere to hang out and talk about crypto, there's a link down below. And let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And always remember, do your own due diligence and your own research. All right, before we begin, I want to remind you, we do a Ledger Nano-esque giveaway. Not your keys, not your crypto. We do that every Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. Smash that thumbs up and leave your comment down below. That'll get you entered to win. All right, looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we are at 92. This is the third day in a row, still in the extreme greed zone. And Dow Jones took a nice dump this morning. It is heading back up. We've been watching this top trend line here for a possible retest of it around 30,800. And I do expect a rejection here if we even get up there. A break of that and getting support up here, that would be extremely bullish for the Dow, but that is not what I believe is going to happen. We'll see what happens when we get there. And looking at the dollar index, we had a nice pump while we dumped on Bitcoin. But if you guys look at the last time we made this wedge back here, I've been pointing it out. We had a couple wicks below looking like we were going to drop through it, but we did not. And if we look at where we're at today, same thing. We had a couple drops below it, came back in. We got all the way up to the 8 EMA today. But if we do start opening, closing candles down here, then I would say the dollar is most likely dying. But I don't believe that's going to happen. I believe we're going to pop out of this just like we did last time, and that will bring Bitcoin down with it, in my opinion. Looking at gold, we still have this target down here for ABC correction about 1736. Unless, of course, we break this 1910 area and go up. We talked about that yesterday. If that's the case, we could have a leg up all the way to 2124. Possibility, but I am still expecting to at least come down to here, possibly much further. And looking at this is what I posted yesterday. Thought we might get a retest of this. Said that'd be a good place to short. And if we broke it, a good place to long. Let me get this out of there. As you can see, we didn't quite make it to the top. I did short here when we broke below it. We did pop back above it and I got stopped out, shorted again over here. That one turned out well. I do have my stops placed right now about 23,480, right in that range. So if we get up there, I will get stopped in profit, but I'm still looking for the target of 2164. Now what I'm looking at as a possibility here is this being a wave 1, 2, this whole thing could be a 3, or our 3 ended here and we had a 4 and a 5. But if not, this being 3, this could be 4 down here, and then we could get a one more push up to around the $26,000 range. That is still a possibility. But if not, if we do drop below this 21,640, I believe we continue down from there and go much further. But either way, I think we're very close to the top if we have not hit it, because looking at this whole thing as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, if we get that up here. Otherwise, this being the top here. But I don't see us going much higher than this if we do get up to that range. But again, I think I'll show you in the end why I think we could be topped here. If you guys are interested in trading, you can make life-changing create life-changing skills by trading. As most of you know, I quit a 6-figure job so I could trade full-time, and probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Don't think you're going to jump right in and get rich quick. Obviously, it takes time and a lot of learning. You can start out with as little as $5 if you want. I think you might even be able to put $1 on here or whatever, just to start out and get the feel for it. But anyways, if you are interested, Prime XBT is by far my favorite exchange because they don't trade against you. And people have been asking what that means when I say they don't trade against you. I'm going to show you right after this. There are 2 different kinds of exchange. There is an A book and a B book. And Prime is an A book. I'll show you the difference between A book and B book. But Another great thing about this exchange is you can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum, Forex, Dow Jones, S&P, gold, silver, oil, all on one exchange. You can have multiple orders in. It don't clump them all together like a lot of the other crappy exchanges. But if you are interested, I will leave a tutorial up top on how to margin trade. You can trade all this stuff on margin on this exchange. And if you use my promo code SAVY50, that'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. If you guys want to look this up, it's called AbundanceTradingGroup.com is the page this is on. But it talks about the difference between an A book and a B book. In a B book business model is very profitable, and statistics say 90% of traders lose their deposits. Now that is a B book because they trade against you. Prime XBT is not a B book. Bybit is a B book. Binance is a B book. Kraken, all them guys are all B book. You're 90% more likely to lose your money using them exchanges. Prime XBT is an A book exchange. They actually, basically they want you to win. They make money when you win. They make money off of the fees. So anyways, check that out if you want to learn more about it. And let's look at the longer term picture here. This is the daily. And as you guys know, I've been watching these trend lines off of each one of these peaks, crossing the peak from our 2019 high. And if we look where we're at right now, we are teetering with this trend line. A daily close above the 22.6 range could mean that we are going to go much further down. And like I said, we'll talk about the long term here in a minute, and that be talking about possibly seeing our next low around June. I've talked about that quite a bit. Those of you that haven't seen it, definitely stick around. But we could be coming back down to test this area down here around 19,300. If this is the top, if we don't go up to that 25-26 range, which would be retesting this top trend line up here. If that does not happen, and this is the top, these are retracement levels. The 0.236 is at about 19,300. And then we have the 0.382 at about 16,200. And that would be retesting the top of this rising broadening wedge that we popped out of back here. The next line of support would be the 0.5 fib at 13.7. Then we have the 11.1 down at 0.618. And then this is an area I really like here. The 7,700 being, it was a long-term support and resistance for a very long time. And I do believe we broke up here, did not come back all the way down to test it. That could be a good spot to watch if we do continue down from here. That's what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Looking at this rising broadening wedge, which we started back in October of last year. I'm sorry, October of this year. But anyway, we started back in October. We have tested the top 3 times. A break of this, for those of you that are bullish out there, could possibly get us to the $30,000 range. If we are topped out, we did get a bounce off the 55 EMA here. And let me zoom in so you can see that. We got a bounce off this, but right now we got rejected up here at the 21, 13, and 8 EMA. So we could bounce around in this area for a while before continuing down if we do continue down. To come retest the bottom of this. But a break of this bottom trend line down here, which is going to be around 19.9, somewhere in that region, if we get down here, wherever we were to break it, the measured move would get us back down into the $14,000, $15,000 range. If you guys are interested in supporting the webpage or supporting the channel, check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. A lot of cool quality stuff on here. She can do a lot of personalized stuff for you. There's also a Bitcoin section with a lot of swag in there. But check it out if you haven't already. Like I said, a lot of cool stuff. It's quality. It's not garbage, junk, iron on, none of that stuff. So this is what I'm looking at here, guys. I've been talking about it for a while. This is what happens when we hit our tops. As you can see, we hit our top in 2017. Within 5 days, we dropped 48%. And we didn't just continue down after that. As you can see, we got a big bounce all the way back up to around 17,000 before continuing down. So if we do have a huge drop here, we could still get a big bounce, get everybody bullish again. Same thing in 2019, we had a 31% correction that took 6 days, from 13,850 all the way down to 9,600 in 6 days. But we did bounce back up all the way back up to 13,100. So even if we do get a huge drop, chances are we bounce back up, get everybody bullish again, so the big boys can sell into the FOMOers. I do believe that is how the tops work, and I think we'll probably see the same thing over here again. I do have this marked here. If we did a 30% drop from here, which that's what it was back here in 19, or was it? Yeah, 19. That would get us around the 17,000. So we could get a 17,000 bounce all the way back up into the 21, 22, 3,000 range, get everybody bullish again, come back down, and we could form another triangle like this. Now, 80% drop from that top would get us down under 5K. Not saying it's going to happen, but I get all the bullish comments below, like, you're crazy, it'll never go below 10K again, and they're totally emotional, and those are the ones that will be selling when it gets below 10K. They say they'll hold, whatever, but it gets down there, I doubt they'll buy. Just saying, it's mostly just emotion when people are saying that, so I don't even get offended by it, because I know they're just emotional and they're scared that Bitcoin might go down. We're just looking at the probabilities here. So here is next thing I'm looking at. From our 2000, well, we could look at a 2015 peak to our 2016 peak was 559 days. 2016 to 2017 peak, 543 days. 2017 peak to 2019 peak, 556 days. 2019 peak till now, if we've topped out here, would be 542 days. Notice these are all real close to 550 days. Like I said, we could get one more leg up. That could take another week or so. If that was the case, that would get us to our 550 day range. But I do want to point out, if we look at our lows from here, from 2017 to 2018, we had 457 days. From 2018 to 2020, 455 days low to low. If we did that again, we're looking at June for our next low. And I've been talking about buying a HODL position back here. I do still hold a couple Bitcoin that I just trade, but I have sold my HODL position way back, as you guys know. But I do expect to buy back in June. Now, if we do continue up, this goes super bullish. I still think there will be a low in June, even if it's at 30 grand. If we went to 100,000, came back down to 30, I would buy in June. I do think the next big high is going to be 2022. Same thing right around June, mid-year 2022, because that would be the 550 days. So I'd be looking to sell a HODL position, at least half, maybe more in this area. So that is what I'm looking at. Let me know what you guys think below. Thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow, and don't forget to leave your comments and your thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking CryptoSavvy logo above my head. That'll get you entered to win the Ledger Nano S. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.